The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw, and he fires one, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On is the punter, King, to send it away. This is taken at the 18. Bust through the tackle. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5". Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Draw here on second down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Touchdown, Raiders! Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he hits Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll set up to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. They go play action here on first down. No gain, and it's second down. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. It's a close game here early on. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it it now out of the gun. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Looking to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. On play action, they'll throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the two guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll drop the throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our 1st half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Barry. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's West. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 3-39.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Drake. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Keep 15. Keep 15. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second and goal. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And tough starting field position here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Raiders have an edge in time of possession right now. The Titans, though, are still right in this game and will certainly be looking for a way to pull this one out in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Go too early in the first. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Second and 8, Campbell's going to make the catch deep downfield, and he'll be tackled at the 26-yard line. Raiders now later on the drive. One play coming up here, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Second and 2 coming up. The pass and catch will lead to a fumble. This ends up with a short loss in yardage. So that'll do it for us. Let's get back out to Oakland now as we turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He won't go down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First down, he'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here we go now.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. Now,
And they give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses. It
really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go. 3-19.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Bailey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Brett Kern now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried. Just couldn't complete it.
And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Carries this one all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Now let's go. Green 39.
And he's going to go down again. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Titans on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 3-19.
And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 39.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now the try here for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Drake. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. First down, Titans, gain of 12. He's back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I think the defense has to feel really good about what's going on here. They've hit him, harassed him, sacked him a bunch of times, and now he's starting to get a little jittery in the pocket. Feet are starting to move around a little bit. Sometimes they start to feel ghosts. People aren't even there.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Drake. And he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the fly over the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Raiders, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.